see a little bit better of what my hands are doing, so you don't just have to stare at my stomach the whole time. So we're gonna use this as this is to dry our hands with. No, actually, we use this one because it's brand new. We'll use it to like turn the tap on and off. We use this to dry our hands. This is one I've been using to dry my hands lately. I don't have any actual paper towel, so we'll have to make do. But in theory, if you were to approach this with paper towel, you would use a new paper towel to dry your hands with after you've turned the sink on, wash your hands, the rub-a-dub-dub, and then you would use a brand new piece of paper towel to turn it off. So that's just kind of what we're going to simulate here. Rule of thumb, you want to have your sleeves rolled up, get your arms in there. You never know what a bacteria is, how far it will travel. In between, get into the nails. This feels so weird coming under the nails. Some people like to say sing a song while you're doing it to kind of help get it in your head, but I don't have the attention span for that, so I just basically wash my hands until I've gotten every inch and corner. And ooh, that's a spicy one. I'm gonna use my elbow here to cool it off a little bit. That was unintentionally hot. And yes, I know you're not supposed to touch the sink at all, like the faucet at all during the hand washing process. I just did that because I accidentally turned it on to the highest amount of heat, and I currently have a bit of a cut on my hand, so I didn't want that to... The soap in it isn't that bad, but hot water is a different story. I'm going to get as far up on my forearms as I can here. You can see, kind of cover all my bases. Basically to a point where it almost feels like the soap is drying. It's the best way to approach it. I'm going to get it a bit on my shirt because it's really sensitive. I've only got dish soap right now, I don't have kind of soap. But at the end of the day, when it comes to washing your hands, soap is generally soap. All kills bacteria one way or another, so it's good enough to wash the stuff you're eating off of, then it's good enough to wash your hands. So. Now say I had PPE, and say I had the gown rolled up to here, and I needed to like roll it up to get the rest of my arm, whatever, I would just take the PPE off almost immediately after washing, because that is cross-contaminant. But for the sake of not stripping in front of the camera, I'm not going to do that. I just touched that accidentally, that's my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Now, if you ever were to touch the faucet, again, accidentally, or if you were to bump something like that, after you've already done your washing of your hands, chance to just rub it down again a little bit, like slap some soap on there, kind of do it over, especially if you're working in a clinic environment. And you have to kind of get the sink there. But for the sake of time, I won't do that right now, just because I'm not cross-contaminating anything really, except for maybe coffee onto my setup here. Sorry again about the hiccup with the assignments. I was in the midst of an anxiety spell when I was doing that, so my brain was everywhere. But that's, that is what it is. It happens. So, yeah. But yes, rule of thumb when it comes to working in a clinic environment, in a hospital, whether as an employee or as just a person in the area. Obviously, apart from wearing the obvious of PPE if you're an employee and a mask if you're a visitor, you want to wash your hands after touching everything. If you make contact with any of the people there, wash your hands thoroughly. Sterilize as often as you possibly can with hand sanitizer and stuff like that if that's there, because that's actually more effective in keeping bacteria off than just soap and water.
because that's what it's designed